Hello everybody, it's me, Sour Skittles again. Sorry it's been so long and forever since I have made a video. I wanted to apologize for that. I just had a lot on my plate. I will be making more videos soon. As you can see, I've still been working out and I'm getting thinner, like I said I would. However, this video that I'm making is I'm posting it for a different reason. It's actually a response video to another YouTube blogger called Sister Sunshine. She talks about a transgender MMA fighter called Fallon Fox. Well, I would say listen to her post about Fallon Fox. Again, it's for Sister Sunshine. Now, as for the response to Fallon Fox, like I said, she's an MMA fighter. Sister Sunshine talks about Fallon Fox, first off, throughout her entire personal tirade against her, using nothing but male pronouns, which is more than definitely shows your ignorance on transgender topics as it, because bottom line, number one, is that if you're talking about a transgender, just out of respect alone, not to mention treating them like a human being, because I'm sure you would want to show yourself as a civil rights advocate, at least I would hope so, and would want to treat a transgender with respect and dignity the same way that they would treat you as well, Miss Sunshine. You should use a pronoun that the transgender would represent in. So if she's representing female, which you later in your tirade against her say that she does, then you should use female pronouns for her, not male pronouns. Let's go back to the subject now. You talk about how she has an advantage over females, genetic females, because she has a heavier bone structure. Now, yes, she does have a heavier bone structure. However, anytime that I actually comment about someone else's video or topic online, I always do my research. And the reason why I do my research is because I don't want to come across as being ignorant. Yes, a genetic male does have a heavier bone structure. However, with this heavier bone structure, and because there's weight classes in mixed martial arts, which means that one fighter will weigh the same as another fighter, she's going to have less actual muscle mass. And the reason why is because her bones weigh heavier. So obviously that's going to happen. I'm going to talk more about that in a little bit as well. Miss Sunshine talks about that the Soviet Union, it's the same thing that the Soviet Union did. Well, no, it's not what the Soviet Union did and East Germany did. They were doing worse practices. It wasn't the same exact thing. And what it has to do with is that, back to the heavier bone structure part, yes, a genetic male does have a heavier bone structure. However, females have a stronger bone density than males. And you can look it up and do your research yourself like I did. And it's the truth, it's a fact, it's proven, it's already been tested. There's no disputing it. You talk about how, because of this advantage, that they should follow Olympic policies and procedures. Well, I agree with you 100%. They should follow Olympic procedures. You know what the Olympic procedures say? Because again, I did my research on this because I was thinking, geez, you know what is the Olympic procedures on a transgender competing nowadays? And it turns out that if a male to female, because that's what you're commenting on, not females to males, because obviously, you know, they don't get an advantage as well, but males to females, you're commenting about, I'm sure of, is that the IOC actually says that as long as a transgender has had reconstructive surgery and has been on hormones for at least 2 years, that quote unquote, it is to where is it? To remove all gender advantages. Again, you can look that up and do your research like I did, because I don't want to come across as being ignorant or anything. You talk about that a male to female will have more upper body strength. This actually isn't true because, again, less muscles. Something you have to realize is that a male to female is on testosterone blockers. Testosterone is what affects your muscle mass more than anything in actually hormones affect just about literally every single part of you in every aspect, in every form. It literally forms your body from the time you're born to even before you're born. Actually, it forms your body for you. Your upper body strength doesn't have to do with your bone structure. It has to do with your muscle mass. And a transgender will have less muscle mass because their body's way more. Their bone structure, which you said so yourself. Let's see. You also talked about that that quote unquote he should get, if he wants to be a woman, that he should get used to being behind the 8 ball and should get used to giving up on things. Well, first off, she should not get used to being behind the 8 ball because that she's living her life as a female. Females are not behind the 8 ball. Women have a lot of advantages in this world over men. And if you only knew how strong women actually can be like I do, then you would see things in a very different view. You also said, quote unquote, that she should get used to giving up things. I know me and many other strong-willed women would tell you not to give up so easily. Don't ever give up. Fight everything, show just how strong of a woman you can be. You also say in your closing arguments that hormones will not make a difference. That hormones will not make a difference on who that person is. That's totally not true. There are so many transgenders that live in this world and live in what's called stealth mode, which means that nobody knows that they're transgender unless they actually let them know. And the reason why is because why should they allow themselves to be harassed and be the target of biased and bigoted actions such as yourself, Miss Sunshine? And the reason why I say this is because you can obviously see your views by the choice of pronouns that you used at the very beginning. Well, actually, not at the very beginning, throughout your entire tirade on Miss Fallon Fox. And you ask, well, what do we believe in? Well, I believe is that you're a defeatist. Don't make excuses for the shortcomings of yourself, and don't speak for the rest of the women that are out there. I don't appreciate it, and I'm sure they don't appreciate it either. Every woman is different. Every man is different. Just because you're one way, there are hundreds others that are another way. If you think you're in a majority, you're not. Nobody is like you, Miss Sunshine. Nobody is like you. Everybody is different. Everybody is in the same minorities. As for the rest of my viewers, if you want to post, comment, or anything, or even Miss Sunshine, if you want to post back and continue your discussion, I would love to do so. But again, please do your research, and by all means, I would love to actually, well, I guess I can't really talk to your face, but if you could show your face on camera, then that would be great, because you know what? I show my face, and I'm not afraid to. So please, come on, let's see who we're talking to so we know who our audience is. Thank you, and this is Sour Skittles signing off.